Hey everyone, it's me, Russ Terry, your favorite life coach, and we're going to talk personal finance today on Weekly Websode Wednesday. I'm here with Gary Sanson. Oprah has Suze Orman, and I have Gary. Welcome, Gary.
Thank you.
All right, so what would you say is the first piece of advice that you would give people relating to personal finance?
Generally, when people are coming to an advisor, the biggest thing is that they really don't know where they're at, what they're doing, and if they're on track for the goals that they're trying to accomplish. So one of the first things that we usually do is we have a meeting of the minds as far as the person's goals, where they're currently at, and try and see, are they on track to meet those goals? And if not, making adjustments to their plan as far as whether they need to be putting more away, whether they're unrealistic of what their goals are and we need to lower them to live off of less later. Change the investment strategies, look at more retirement planning, estate planning issues. But it usually starts off with planning, and then from there it goes then into implementing the plan, which would then be looking at investment strategies, estate planning issues, implementing wills or trust accounts, stuff like that.
You know, it's so interesting that you talk about goals, because a lot of my clients, particularly my female clients, are so intimidated by personal finance that they don't even know where to start, i.e. setting goals. So what advice do you have for them?
The first thing is we don't bite. You know, financial advisors, they can definitely be intimidating, maybe similar to going to a dentist, which I personally don't enjoy doing, or seeking advice from an attorney or going to a doctor. But you know, it's one of those things where you got to find a person, whatever profession you're dealing with, that you can get along with and that you enjoy meeting with. You shouldn't feel that intimidation. If you do, long term, it's probably not a great relationship to be involved in. You know, so I see it as well within my female clients and even some younger clients or elderly clients that impression that, oh, they're going to sell me something or they're not going to do what's in my best interest. You know, those not to say that there isn't advisors out there that would do that, but you should have a really good interview process of meeting with the advisor first and seeing if there's that chemistry, seeing if there's that communication between both you and the advisor, and if it works, it works. If not, you know what, move on. There's plenty of other advisors that are out there.
Good. All right, so what would you say is the biggest issue that you see among your clients? Usually they start too late. You know, that they end up getting into their 50s or 60s and realizing, oh, gee, you know, I'd like to do that thing called retirement. Wonder if I'm on track or not. And when we complete a financial plan and we go through the projections, the response that I often get is, gosh, you know, I wish I only would have known this stuff 10, 20 years ago. You know, those are the main issues of just not starting early enough, or somebody is, you know, has children that are 15, 16 years old and saying, you know, gosh, we've been so busy with our careers and, you know, rushing the kids to basketball and choir or dance class, we have forgotten to think about putting money away for college. But now what do we do? Wow.
And it's like, you know, it'd be so much easier if you started when the kids were newborns or, you know, early in school, but when you wait till later, not that you can't do it, it just makes it harder to do it. You know, it's not that if you're age 50, it's impossible to plan for retirement, but it makes it more difficult. You know, so the earlier that people start, the easier it is from our point of view to give the advice, and it's a lot easier for the clients to make the advice happen and to implement it.
So many of my viewers are in their 20s, 30s, 40s. So what's one basic thing that people in that age group can do?
Start. You know, the neat thing about, at least within my client base, our clients that are in their 40s and 50s will typically have kids in their 20s and 30s. And the parents now know the benefits of starting younger, even if they didn't do it themselves, and what they're doing is they're wanting us to take care of their kids and saying, hey, look, we wish we knew this when we were in our 20s and 30s, so we want to make sure that we're telling our kids, hey, get in there and get some advice. So even one of the things that we've done as of a few years ago was to have
financial planning courses for the youth and the young adults within our own client base.
That's good advice. I remember seeing emails about that.
Yes.
All right, Gary, what's your website so if people are interested, they can get in touch with you guys?
www.financialvoyages.com.
All right, great. And I'm not only an interviewer, I'm also a client.
Just for a little while.
Right, that's right.
17 years?
I know, seriously. Time
Yeah.
flies when you're having fun and saving money, you know?
It is a neat thing.
Yeah, all right. Well, Gary, thanks a lot for joining me. I really
Absolutely.
appreciate it. All right.
But
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Weekly Webisode Wednesday.
goodbye.